Wow. Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos have hit a new low after this Sunday falling to the Carolina Panthers and Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, a QB who has previously been most famous for being yelled at by his wide receivers like Robbie Anderson. He was able to defeat the Denver Broncos, and Mike Purcell, a defensive tackle for the Broncos, had some words to say against Russell Wilson. Perhaps Russell Wilson whispered "let's ride" in his ear, and it provoked this response from Purcell. But one of the craziest things is you see Nathaniel Hackett right here as Purcell is straight up laying into Russell Wilson. Nathaniel Hackett is sitting there stone cold like he just looked at Medusa and had absolutely nothing to say and absolutely no physical or emotional reaction. And Russell Wilson had to respond to this in the post-game presser.
Mike and I are on the same page. He came off after they kicked the field goal, and he was pissed off. He just said, we gotta F and go, and I agree.
And this is not the first time we've seen players a little upset with Russell Wilson. We've seen some players kind of not shake his hand when he's trying to pump him up at halftime going into the locker room. And now Russell Wilson is trying to claim that he agrees with Purcell and the offensive play is unacceptable. Bro, you look straight up scared of Purcell like he was about to eat you. And not only this, but remember that game against the Colts, you had KJ Hamler, a receiver who you would not think has the best job security with the Denver Broncos, openly get upset about the fact that Russell missed him in the end zone, slamming his helmet. And it just seems like if the team is not turning on Russell Wilson, then they gotta at least be turning on Nathaniel Hackett, who seems like he has absolutely nothing to say for some of the mishaps happening with the Denver Broncos franchise. And that is why Purcell is so upset, because the defense has been dope in Denver despite the fact that they've had injuries and the offense just cannot score. It almost makes Denver Broncos fans yearn for the times with Drew Lock singing Young Jeezy on the sidelines. Because the Broncos offense right now, as it stands today, has the fewest points per game than any NFL team in the past 21 years. And just to let you know how long 21 years is, back then Tom Brady was 24 years old and 9/11 just happened. And the 10-23 final score is very misleading. No, this game was not close at all. With 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter, it was 3-20. It was 3-20. So don't let this 10-23 score fool you. It was a complete blowout. And look, we make fun of Russell Wilson, we make fun of the Subway commercials, we make fun of Let's Ride, but I'm going to kind of defend the guy a little bit over here and say it's not completely his fault. He was sacked 3 times in this past game, and keep in mind, Russell Wilson is tied with Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson with the second most drop passes in the NFL, 20. Only Trevor Lawrence's receiving core has more drop passes than Russell Wilson. And if you think the Broncos are going to move on from Russell Wilson, I don't believe they can afford to in terms of the salary cap. If they release Russell Wilson next year, they would eat $107 million in dead money. That is absolutely insane. The Falcons broke the record recently by moving on from Matt Ryan eating $41 million in dead money. The only feasible time they can move on from Russell Wilson would be after 2025. After that season, they could release the guy and only eat $31 million in dead money. In case you do not know what that means even if Wilson was released, he would still count towards $31 million against the cap in 2026. So the best thing that the Broncos could do is try to block out all the anti-Russell Wilson memes, all the anti-Russell Wilson TikToks, and just sort of roll with year 2 and see what can happen with Hackett again. I highly doubt this guy is going to get fired after just 1 season. We know those coaches' contracts are also fully guaranteed. We don't know the exact amount Hackett is making. Obviously, the Walden family would be able to afford to buy it out if they thought a coaching change could make the difference. But maybe the Denver Broncos are just going to have to eat these decisions and deal with being one of the worst teams in the AFC West for a few years. And maybe this is karma for Broncos fans, dissing Melvin Gordon because he fumbled the football and even celebrating the fact that he was eventually released by the Broncos. We know they're not only losing because of Melvin Gordon, they got way bigger problems than that. But now Melvin Gordon is joining the Kansas City Chiefs. He is on their practice squad, and who knows, the Denver Broncos still got to play the Chiefs 2 times this year, and maybe Melvin Gordon's gonna make some Denver Broncos fans pay for calling him Butterfingers. This is a brand new channel. Like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe to this channel for more NFL content. My name is Wi-Fi Willie. Peace out, and I hope you have a good one.